Good evening, I'm Byron Scott with a CTV News update. Republicans on Capitol Hill unveil a new police reform bill, but Democrats say it's not enough. GOP leaders say the measure will be considered in the Senate next week. Less restrictive than the Democratic plan, it would discourage the use of chokeholds and no-knock warrants. Both parties are responding to weeks of protest following the police custody death of George Floyd.
Too often we're having a discussion in this nation about, are you supporting the law enforcement community or are you supporting communities of color? This is a false binary choice. The answer to the question of which side do you support, it's I support America.
I had multiple Democratic colleagues come up to me and say, let's try to reconcile our differences. To the American people, after the hearing, I am more hopeful than I was before the hearing that there's going to be a genuine effort to bring reform to a problem that's been going on well before President Obama.
The Republican plan would also encourage greater use of police body cams and create a commission to study policing tactics. And as protests continue nationwide over police brutality, 3 groups here will be marching for justice in Prince George's County this weekend. Keisha Butts has the details.
That's right. Prince George's County Young Democrats, along with 2 other organizations, will be holding a protest on Saturday called March for Change Glenarden. The demonstration comes just a couple of weeks after 2 other protests took place in the county, including one in the city of Laurel. We spoke with organizer Martin Mitchell about the event.
I'm hoping that we meet a lot of people and we energize and educate a lot of people about, for one, the history of Juneteenth, but 2, educate them about the different ways that they can become involved and advocate for the policies that they want to see.
The protest will start at 1 p.m. at the James R. Cousins Jr. Municipal Center. The organization is also collecting donations for Campaign Zero and the Baltimore Action Legal Team. This is Keisha Butts with CTV News.
A proposal before the County Board of Education would have shifted funds for school resource officers to social workers and mental health counselors, but it was tabled last week without discussion. That move stunned and disappointed supporters of the measure, including its sponsor, David Murray.
We passed it out of the Budget Committee prior to the board meeting so that it would see the full board. And a slim majority, mostly of appointed members of the school board, voted to table it all the way until September without even discussion. The whole purpose of the motion was a first reader, and it would have had to come back up again as a second reader before the board before it could have been enacted. And I think that's the reason that we're on a public body, is to have public debate and discourse and come to solutions for our constituents that put us in there. And for us not to even discuss the matter, I think was really shameful.
Well, School Board Chair Dr. Alvin Thornton supports the move to table that proposal to eliminate school resource officers. He says the issue of SROs is part of a much larger narrative involving policing nationwide. 33 of the SROs, the ones who are armed, are funded by the police department. The others are funded by the school district. Dr. Thornton says the board will spend the next few months examining the role of SROs along with input from parents, students, staff, and lawmakers.
This decision is to be made in the context of a larger restructuring of policing generally. So we need the county council, our county executive has stepped in. Now we need our General Assembly officials, so that the decision that the board makes about SROs, school resource officers, will be made in a larger context of needed structural policing reform.
That proposal has been tabled until September 14th. And Maryland's COVID-19 hospitalization rates are down. Governor Larry Hogan today says the rates have dropped about 45% since Memorial Day. The positivity rate is down as well to 5.8%. However, the death toll continues to rise. 15 people succumbed to the virus over the last 24 hours. And a local businesswoman has a vision to help school kids. Arcatira Jones explains in this report.
I'm inside Sterling Optical, a store here at the shops at Iverson. The owner is working to get computer glasses like the ones you see right here in the hands of kids in need. Now, through her GoFundMe page, she wants to distribute 5,000 computer glasses to kids in need. But in order to do that, that's going to cost money. So she's calling on the public's help to make it happen.
I just want our babies to see.
When students transitioned to distance learning back in March, Lolita Munir, the owner of Sterling Optical in Temple Hills, was concerned about the impact that hours of screen time would have on their vision.
Prolonged use of the computer it causes what's called computer vision syndrome. And basically that is just digital eye strain. So with digital eye strain, it causes myopia, which is farsightedness.
To help combat this issue, she came up with the idea to give out computer glasses to children free of charge.
My ultimate goal was, I said, well, I'll just donate 1,000 pair of glasses. But when I looked at how many schools were closed, and I said, no way is $1,000, 1,000 pair of glasses even going to help. So I started a GoFundMe page to try to raise money to be able to provide 5,000 pair of glasses to children in underserved communities, low-income families.
Through her GoFundMe page, Munir has raised more than $1,600 and has created more than 700 pairs of computer glasses. She explains the benefits of these glasses.
We're doing computer glasses, which come with a blue blocker filter, and it helps filter out the harmful rays that come from a computer.
Now, if you want to donate to this cause, just visit GoFundMe.com and search in Sterling Optical. Reporting in Temple Hills, Katara Jones, CTV News.
Well, the county school system is closing down its free meal program temporarily. The Grab and Go initiative, which started because of COVID-19, is ending today. However, PGCPS families can visit 7 community sites for food from June 22nd through June 26th. Meantime, effective Monday, June 29, the school system will launch the annual summer food program, which runs through mid-August. For more information, visit pgcps.org.
Hi everybody and welcome to this CTV Sports Report. Tonight we are talking NFL and we continue our conversation with Washington's new coaching staff. Jack Del Rio is their new defensive coordinator. He's a former head coach in the league and talked about Washington's linebackers and what it's going to be like with second overall pick Chase Young on the defensive line.
We haven't seen him yet, but I've watched enough tape. I mean, he's going to be a real good player for us. And yeah, I've been very fortunate. You know, my first year as a defensive coordinator in Carolina, we had Julius Peppers, and you know, obviously, I go to Denver and we have Von Miller, and then I'm in Oakland. We have Khalil Mack. So when you have special players like that, they're impactful players, and in particular, if they're about doing it the right way, and everything that we've gathered in terms of, you know, trying to make the decision to take him where we did indicates that, you know, he's a guy that loves football and is going to be a great teammate for us. And Chase has been doing what he's supposed to be doing. You know, he's been paying attention. He's been learning the system, and for me, I just can't wait to get going with him. But he's doing all that he can right now as a member of our defensive line, a member of our Washington Redskins team. And, you know, I think the sky's the limit for him in terms of what he'll be able to bring to us. You know, we obviously have big designs. We think he's a really good player, and we're looking forward to getting him involved.
And that is your CTV Sports Report.
And that's CTV News for now. I'm Byron Scott. Good night.
For the latest information on COVID-19 in Maryland, visit the State Health Department website. That's health.maryland.gov. Again, health.maryland.gov. Click the link to the COVID-19 information portal. There you'll find all the latest information about coronavirus. You'll find daily updates on cases and fatalities. Answers to questions about testing and the governor's stay-at-home order are available as well. For specific information about Prince George's, visit princegeorgescountymd.gov. That's princegeorgescountymd.gov.